You have 7 capacities for leadership.
Yes.
Authenticity is your first one. Tell me about that.
Right. So authenticity is, I talked about self, leadership, and philanthropy. And when we talk about leadership, the first capacity is authenticity because I want to direct people to go back to the self. If you don't do that, you can't lead. You are following. If you aren't your true self, you are already following something else. You're following society's, inculcation of you, their training of you, the things instilled in you. You're not really being authentic. And that is tough to do, be authentic. We use that word a lot. We value it. That's a fuzzy concept too. Philosopher, I think his name's Charles Taylor. I could be getting it wrong. It might be someone else who talks about sincerity versus authenticity. I think a book by that title, not verse, but I think it's called Sincerity and Authenticity. And I'm not going to claim to understand the book, but let me say one piece that I think is important, is very instructive for me. I could be sincere, but not be authentic. And in fact, that's kind of how I've lived most of my life. I haven't always been sincere, but I think mostly I've tried. I think that's my nature, is I strive for sincerity, which means I want to be true to what I say. I want what I say to be true to what I really think and feel, right? So I think that's a good way to understand sincerity. But authenticity goes a little deeper. How do I know that what I think and feel is really me versus maybe how I was socialized or something like that? It takes a lot of internal work, exploration and stuff, but society doesn't encourage that internal, it encourages the external, especially since the advent of social media. Even ever more so, we're drawn outward. So the reason I talk about authenticity first is that I want people to go inward and to discover those things beyond just their sincerity about who they truly are. And certain people in history and things they say that instruct me, like I can just hear them just chanting in the background. The unexamined life is not worth living, says Plato, Socrates, whatever,